Welcome everybody, a brand new update just dropped with Snapshot 25w06a for Minecraft 1.21.5. And there is some cool stuff, so let's check it out. So in the last snapshot we saw the addition of warm and cold variants for cows. And this week we have something very similar. Any guesses? That's right, it's chickens. So of course we have these, we have the standard chickens right here. But there are now two new variants being warm and cold. And just like the other animals that have variants, it will be determined by the biome they spawn in. And the warm and cold biomes are the same for all animals with variants. So to find these brand new chickens, you will have to do some exploration of the biomes. Or spawn them in with the two new egg items. Because they have added blue eggs and brown eggs. Real quick, if you could hit subscribe and leave a like, it would be greatly appreciated. So let's hatch ourselves a cold chick and see what they look like. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. Oh, that's a cute little chick. I like the head shape, the way the little feathers come back over its head. And it's even got like a little tail. Is that how standard chicks look? I don't think so. So you see the comparison. The standard chick doesn't have the tail or the feathers behind its head. And the head shape's actually different. It's wider with the cold chicks. I actually really like this new model. And here's how it looks in its glorious form as a full-grown chicken. I feel like the new model makes it look more dinosaur-like. Maybe it's just me, but I can see it. Honestly, this is a great change. Alright, let's check out the brown egg. Get a nice hot chick. Ooh, that's a cool pattern. If it will chill out for me for a second. So this model looks to be the same as the standard chickens. It doesn't have all the feathers, but it has this very nice pattern on its back. Looks kind of goofy, to be honest. And here's how it looks all grown up. Kind of gives me turkey vibes with all of these feather patterns on the back. But yeah, it looks pretty cool, actually. We also previously saw the addition of leaf litter, which will spawn in a bunch of biomes around trees, which of course means there will be none in the desert. But they haven't forgot about the desert, and they have actually added a few new things. So we already had the short and tall grass. Well, this snapshot adds short dry grass and tall dry grass, which will of course only spawn in the desert or badlands. Both of these are only 1 block high compared to the 2 block high tall grass, and these can be placed on different types of sand, terracotta and dirt blocks, just like the dead bush. They can also be bone mealed. If you do it on the short grass, it will become a tall grass, and if you do it on a tall grass, it will place a neighbouring short dry grass next to the block, if possible. So let's say for some reason you just have a random piece of sand surrounded by whatever kind of block. Bone mealing it will not spread it. They also can be used in a composter, which is good. And they can be used as fuel for smelting, which is very handy. Let's check out the efficiency. It looks like maybe 2 per 1 ore, which is honestly not bad at all. And finally, sheep can eat both of them to regrow its wool. You can't feed it to it directly, but say you have them in a pen with a bunch of dry grass, they will munch on it and recover their coats. Now, that's not all the desert has received. Look at that in my hand. Is that an amethyst or crystal? Nope, it's a cactus flower. And we can see a couple in their natural habitat right here. They look great. So these have a chance of generating on cactuses in deserts and badlands. Or you could just place it there for decoration. They're pretty cute. Not every cactus will get one, but they all do have the chance of growing a cactus flower. If a cactus is 1 or 2 blocks high, the cactus flower has a 10% chance to grow instead of the cactus getting higher. And as you can see over here, these cactuses will now stay at this exact height, seeing as they have grown a cactus flower on top. And if a cactus is 3 blocks or higher, the cactus flower has a 25% chance to grow. They also will only grow if they have a space on all 4 sides. So let's say for some reason, I'm not sure why, you have a cactus set up like this, where each side is covered. No cactus flower would grow on top of that. But this is quite a niche circumstance you probably don't need to worry about. But hey, the more you know. And just like the dry grass, they can be used in the composter. And finally, it can be used to craft 1 pink dye. Alright, that's it for the new additions. Let's go on to the changes. Any block in the simulation distance of a player or loaded by another source of chunk loading, such as ender pearls, may now receive random ticks instead of just 8 chunks around players. For example, if a chunk is loaded by an ender pearl or is in the spawn chunks, crops are able to grow, ice can melt, snow can fall, and a cauldron can be filled by rain. Now that sounds like a great change, making it so you don't need to be right near your farm to ensure your crops are still growing. Mob spawning, lava spreading fire, and lightning strikes still occur in the previous radius of 8 chunks around players. Now, in my opinion, a great change is fire will no longer burn or spread if no player is within 8 chunks. So let's say, for example, your base gets hit by lightning, you don't know about it, you go off on adventure, it's not just going to burn down, you have time to come back and deal with the problem. So you may have saw previously the firefly bush, which plays ambient sounds, and the conditions for that have changed. It now plays when all of the following conditions are met. 1. It's nighttime. And 2. The firefly bush is not blocked from above by any collidable block, except leaves. So right now it's in the perfect condition, but let's say you have a random block covering the top, no ambient sounds will be able to play. But like I said, there is an exception for leaves. So that will be fine. So I mentioned before how fire won't spread outside of the 8 block radius. Well, you can actually change this in case you do want that on. So they have added a brand new game rule, being allow fire ticks away from player. So if I turn that on and run away more than 8 chunks, that fire will continue to spread and cause havoc on the environment. Oh, it's a nice looking village. Oh, this is a very cool little spot. Damn. I want to set up a base here. This is sick. Wow, here's the seed in case anybody actually wants to. You see that natural fire spreading now because I'm within 8 chunks? I best leave before it spreads over to the village. There's a lot of lava around here. Quite the dangerous area. Now onto the bug fixes. There is quite a few, so I'm just going to choose a handful. So there was a bug where leaf litter could only be placed on dirt-like blocks. Well, that has now been fixed. You can put them on any block you'd like. There was an issue where some animals were not spawning in their cold variants due to an incomplete tag, which has now been fixed. Kelp and the vine variants were not able to be stacked above or below another by placing, which has been fixed. And there was an issue with wildflowers having a misplaced transparent pixel, which looks all good now. So yeah, that was just a couple of the bug fixes. There is a bunch more if you want to go check it out yourself. The Snapshot article will be in the description. Alright, well that's it for today. If you did enjoy, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. I hope you all have an amazing day. I'll see you in the next one, and peace.